What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? How you doing? Welcome to my Cowboys family. Checking the audio as we speak. So, give me a moment. Let me check that, guys. What's up, Tobias? First in the house. I'm a hater. Giant fan in the house. What's up? You did get the notifications, looks like, because I have one as well. So, we're going to be talking here in a minute, guys. Guys, girls, families, whoever's watching. Let me check the audio. And, of course, always remember, guys, hit that like button for the stream. Hit the subscription button if you're new and watching this for the first time or watching our channel for the first time. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get these kind of discussions, live stream chats, breaking news whenever there's something really big, and other stuff. So my Cowboys fiance in the house. Mwah. Thank you, baby. How you doing? Cowboys fan Marquise. What's up, MCF? Who is that today? I can't tell. Marquise, is that I like that. I don't know if that's a player's name or that's your name. Either way, thank you for joining us. I am a hater, says Giants fan. Yes. Buddy Johnson, what's up? Cowboys dad in the house. Thank you. Jose Rios, what's up? Texans representing. And, as you know, Jose, Texans tried to fill their empty VP spot. I'm sorry, the empty GM spot with our VP of player personnel, Will McClay. Yesterday, as we already know, guys, he denied the he declined the interview, staying with Dallas. So that's good news for the Cowboys. It was a nice try by the Texans. Jugman, Lil Chris in the house. What's up? We need to play Brice Butler outside receiver and Dez in the slot. I agree with that, but don't count on Butler being around, guys. Let me check the audio. Good. Audio sounds good. So, guys, girls, everybody in the house, let's get it going, guys. It's time to get some info on the Cowboys for the day. So every day, as you know, there's always Cowboy stuff, guys. It's fantastic. Imperial Ghost in the house. We them boys. How you doing? Stronger King in the house as well. All these fans from all over. I love it, guys. Let's populate it. Hit that like. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. Oh, and also weekly super chat, guys. DJ Crown J, as you know, yesterday did it again. Pulled away from Cowboys Abroad, and we're waiting for a response. Is there any? Anybody else out there going to challenge DJ Crown J? I don't think so. Anyways, as you can see, guys, he's going to start up his channel soon. We're going to be pushing that, and in a good way, because I'm hearing a lot of good things about what he's going to offer. It's not the channel he has up now with his name. I think he's making a new channel, so keep your eyes on that. It should be coming this weekend, so we'll post the links and everything for DJ Crown J. And, of course, next weekend, next Saturday, January 20th, we're going to do the State of the Cowboys, meeting of the Cowboy minds kind of deal. Everyone's going to speak for a little bit as far as the YouTube pages, the Cowboy YouTube pages that are up, and Cowboys Legends, Space Cowboy 17, ourselves here, TCDC, I said Space Cowboy 17, but also Dallas Cowboy Football News, and of course, maybe even Law Nation. So we'll see. Thank you. Let's see here. Fiance is always watching. Let me just finish up here. There's a new guy in play for the Cowboys at 19, Tremaine Edwards, linebacker. We're going to talk about some of these guys as well. Man, there's a lot of stuff. So let's roll it, guys. Brice Butler. Let's start off with him. All right. Quote: he said today he was on that show with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. I don't watch it. He said, "If I'm not starting, I'm not going to be back in Dallas." He also said some things about Dez Bryant, Dak, and Jerry, and his frustrations with, Jerry Jones, and the frustration with the Cowboys offense. To wrap it up, he had a long interview, long conversation with Skip and Shannon Sharp or whoever else was in there. And basically, I read the transcript of it. It was just basically Brice Butler's out of the Cowboys. He's not going to come back, guys. And again, it's too bad. I really did like Brice Butler. He's not going to be starting next year, and I don't see any way that he's going to be able to fit back into the Cowboys after what he said today. Again, nothing horribly bad, just basically cutting ties with everybody. That's what it sounded like to me. So either way, it doesn't look like Brice Butler is going to be back. Brian, we just started off, man. Thank you for joining us. Buddy Johnson, Jason Garrett's last year if we don't make the playoffs. And I've heard about that too. There's a lot of coaching changes. So let's start off with the fact that, first and foremost, I kind of like hearing this, but at the same time, I know what it's about. In the sense of we know where it's coming from, Jerry Jones. But here's the basic thing, guys. Somebody today, somebody told somebody on the Cowboys coaching staff to slow down. Now, we don't know who that somebody is, and we don't know who the other somebody is. But it's probably Jerry Jones telling Coach Garrett, Puppet Man, to slow down with the coaching movements. I'm more in the camp of thinking whether it was like that or not. I'm sure that's where it came from, but I'm thinking more this was more directly Jason Garrett telling Scott Linehan to slow down with all the moves. It's attracting a lot of attention, a lot of negative attention. You see other guys going for veteran, coordinators and veteran, coaches at positions. And then you see the Cowboys going with these rookies, the guys that don't know, Kellen Moore. I'm just saying they might be the best guys ever, but that's someone saying to somebody in the Cowboys coaching staff to slow down, and referring to the coaching to the position changes, the position coaching changes. So let me put it that way. Now, in that same vein, keep this in mind, guys. The Raiders signed a running back coach, and not Gary Brown from the Cowboys. They signed Jamal Singleton. He's the former Colts running back coach, and now he's joining John Gruden in Oakland. So this obviously impacts the situation with running back coach for the Cowboys, Gary Brown. Looks like he's still in the running to stay. That was the big spot he's going to move to. He'll probably end up staying with Dallas. We'll see. But honestly speaking, though, outside of him at this moment, right now, outside of him, and I'm gonna kind of try to get this as obvious as possible here, but let me see here. The Linehan lieutenants, all right? There's no Brown, there's no Wilson, there's no Looney, there's no Pollock, there's no Dooley, and there's all these guys that have been cut from the Cowboys team, the coaching staff, are all coming from the offensive side, mostly. And of course the special teams coach. But aside from now, Gary Brown, who's back in the running now because he's not leaving to Oakland, it's all of Linehan's guys that are being kind of cut, and so now we're seeing he's replacing them with guys that are still under his dictatorship, if you want to call it that, in his offensive scheme. So, because of the Gary Brown situation, the Cowboys. And of course, the guy that they cut yesterday, what was his name? Kevin Pollock, I think. I don't know. One of I think it was Pollock is his name. Anyways, he was the offensive line coach. They're interviewing Paul Alexander today for that same position, which is the Cincinnati running back coach. A lot of people are saying that the Bengals running back coach not too good. And they're warning the Cowboy fans that, hopefully you guys don't get them. Have fun with them. Not really sure what what this guy's credentials are, but what I've been hearing is not very good. But what I also have heard is that if he does sign as the offensive line coach, he does good with talent. We have talent in the offensive line, so maybe that will work out. We'll have to wait and see. But there's another name that's challenging for that offensive line coach, and that is Mark Colombo, former Cowboy player. As you know, guys, Miles Austin has been kind of behind the scenes a lot. You know what I mean? He's going to be kind of, Miles Austin, former Cowboy receiver, just in case you guys didn't know, wide receiver. He's been in the scouting department the last couple years. He was a Pro Bowler for the Cowboys. Derek Dooley left to be Missouri's offensive coordinator last week in college. So Derek Dooley left that receiver's spot open, and it looks like Miles Austin interviewed for that spot today. So, again, another former player from the Cowboys, now turning into a coach. Jason Garrett. Mark Colombo might be next. Now Miles Austin. It's a lot of these former. I hope they can coach, because that's going to be the key to next season. Going to be an implosion, and if that occurs, at least that's one good thing. They'll all be gone, including Jason Garrett. I gotta believe that. Now, just finishing up with the coordinators and all this stuff, and the coaches. These are all Scott Linehan's game plan guys. These guys all are following under his umbrella. So he's kind of cleaning house with these former Linehan guys, and now he's, getting a whole new staff of guys that still have that same mindset. Yeah, fresh young blood, as they said. The Cowboys have been saying, "Oh, we got new coaching blood." It's not really new. It's new people. It's young people, but comparatively in coaching, but it's the same blood as the Linehan blood. That's the problem. That's going to be an issue for this team, and it worries me. Coaching is what's going to kill this team next year, and it I don't know. I just hope the ability of the players will outdo the bad coaching and bad moves and bad decision making from this coaching staff. In my opinion, maybe, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong, but a lot of things have to happen for me to be wrong on that, and it's unfortunate. So, again, guys, I want you to understand, Kellen Moore. There's another guy named Kyle Valero, Okay, he might be become the running back coach if Gary Brown leaves. These are guys that have been working basically underneath Linehan, and basically, Valero has been picking up the coach's dirty laundry, so to speak. So he's just kind of a guy that's like I'm sure he has some coaching credentials, I guess, on the Cowboys team in his whole life, but that's the issue. He's learning like under Linehan. It's like brainwashed Linehan followers that are becoming coaches. These guys are either former players or janitors. I'm just saying, it's a weird situation going on in Dallas, and I think this is where they're telling Linehan to slow the hell down with his crazy staff he's assembling. And again, this should concern every Cowboy fan out there, and it should make everybody that plays the Cowboys next year extremely happy. So there's another guy called Keith O'Quinn, all right, and he might get bumped up to a tight end coach, okay? We don't know if they can be talented, these guys, but what's the probability of that? Shot in there, just thrown in there. These guys are a couple of years older than the players, some of them are younger than the players on our team. So it's bothersome, and I hope you guys, I don't know, let me know what you guys think about this. It's a concerning situation, in my opinion. And again, nothing against Mark Colombo, Miles Austin, all these other guys, the towel boy, whatever, the ball boy there, that's going to be a possible tight end coach. There's one thing that's a flip side on this, and it's kind of funny. It's the linebackers coach, Matt Everfluss, who is testing loyalty here because he is getting courted by other teams. And the Cowboys are kind of getting pushed to like maybe try to push, Marinelli out the door, retire him, and then put in Everfluss just to keep him on the squad for Jason Garrett, I guess. That's all I can assume, to keep his game plan and going. And I think he has to know, Jason Garrett, that the writing's on the wall here if he screws up one more year. So that's a great question you said, and I agree, Barry B. Management is a joke. It has been. Will McClay is the only saving grace in that, and even in the free agency would not been very good. So hopefully that can be improved upon. Hello, Purple Gaming in the house. Wolf Rider in the house. D. Will says Jalen Smith. Yeah, we'll talk about him. We're talking about all those guys, but right now we're focusing on this Cowboy news. Justin Quarles, what's up? Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan are the hot seat for this, for sure, Justin, for sure. But we got to deal with them at least one more year, which is going to hurt fans, going to hurt Cowboy players, developments, and that kind of stuff. It just sucks. It's a wasted season in a way. I hope not. I hope we get lucky. But if we get lucky, then they stay on longer. We're going to lose here, guys. Buddy Johnson says Tremaine Edwards also has a brother entertaining the draft. Ian Hubley in the house. So let me get back to this, guys. I mean, there's all this stuff here that is kind of scary, When you think about the Belichick way of doing things, it's so much better. And again, I know that I've had somebody on here earlier today say that I'm wrong about the coin toss and about this and about that. The coaching will run first. I'm not saying they have to go 100% run. It had to be a balanced team, similar to the Patriots. But the Patriots also leaned on the passing game when they needed to. The Cowboys are going to the passing game, leaning on that rather than the run game, and that is a coaching issue. That's all I'm saying. They should run first. They should be run heavy, the way that, but still be balanced. And I think that when you run enough, you would almost naturally become balanced when if you have the skills at receiver, at tight end, and at quarterback, and of course offensive line. There's a lot of skill there in the Cowboys offense. So there should be no reason why we can't pass once we establish the run first. That's all. Let's see here. I think Jason Witten, of course, is Hall of Fame, without question. So we'll see what happens with that whole situation with the coaching staff. I found that very interesting today to read about that. Not very happily interested, but dealing with the truth, guys. That's what it's about. Let me say one thing here about, I have it in the title, Lael Collins. All right, I want to discuss him for a moment. Lael Collins, all right. The concerns about Tyron Smith. Lael Collins' versatility is huge. I mean, huge right now. The fact that he plays naturally the left guard. All right, we know that we can put him in that spot if need be, if there's no Cooper. So now we can actually focus on getting a tackle, a rookie tackle, possibly starting him on the right side because of the versatility that Lael Collins has to play the left guard position next to Tyron Smith. So, next to, in between Tyron Smith and Travis Frederick. So he's been fantastic at right tackle. And if something ever happens to the rookie and he has to move over, we got to make sure that we have all these moving pieces in there. But that's an advantage to Lael Collins. He can play both positions. He's a swing guard tackle. It's fantastic. So, even in a pinch, you could put him in, maybe put him in at the left tackle for Tyron Smith, another option for the Cowboys with his versatility. So, it's an interesting little thing I saw here about how he helps us this helps us in the draft, in this upcoming draft directly. So, let me see here. So he can either play left guard, right tackle. We can find another good starting caliber left tackle and develop him. That's another option there because of the versatility with the right tackle, currently right tackle, possibly left guard, Lael Collins. Also, we can get a free agent at maybe the right tackle spot and move him to left guard. I'm talking about Lael Collins, moving him and getting instead of focusing on getting that left guard, maybe we can go that way. That's another option. But the versatility is what gives us these abilities. And same thing goes. We can get someone like a Will Hernandez in the draft, and put him at left guard, maybe starting him. But if there's any issues, he can also develop if we have to put on Lael Collins there. And then pick up a free agent to play a veteran right tackle, something like that, who could also bounce in for Lael Collins, for Tyron Smith, if that injury ever occurs. So basically, the Cowboys could end up with a backup option for Tyron Smith. They could fill a hole at left guard with Collins as well. And they could also solidify the entire offensive line because of Lael Collins' versatility. So I think the Cowboys are going to get better and or improve or stay the same at the very least when we are at our best on our offensive line. I don't see us going down again unless the injury bug kicks in, and that would suck. But again, Lael Collins' versatility is very important to this team. Playing left guard, possibly backing up Tyron Smith if need be. Also, the ability of getting a free agent at a different position at any of these spots where he can also fill in if there's an issue, and in the draft. So it's a lot of possibilities with Lael Collins. Thank you, Lael Collins, for learning a whole new position this past season and now giving us the true versatility that a superstar Pro Bowler like you one day will be. Trust me, not this year, but you should have been. You still might sneak in there. You never know. This Tyron Smith's, Zach Martin's not playing. Tyron Smith's, I don't see how he's going to make the Pro Bowl. They got to fill in players, so we'll see what happens. We don't know which are the Super Bowl teams yet on the NFC, especially, which would also impact on who else makes the Pro Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys, if anybody. So there you go on the Lael Collins news. And guys, on the draft, here's some information. Our biggest needs, according to this Cowboy News article I read, defensive back, they're saying is number one, and I can definitely see that when it comes to a safety, a playmaking safety. So that Fitzpatrick guy, keep an eye on him. Wide receiver, they're saying, is number two. I don't fully agree with that, but I think we could get one deeper in the draft, third round, fourth round, something like that. Then they're saying linebacker third, which again, they're saying a lot of it depends on Hitchens staying or not. I think Hitchens can stay, and we still wouldn't be very in need of a linebacker because of Sean Lee's injury proneness. So I would say, that's a little bit higher up than receiver. Now, Brice Butler is going to be leaving, so obviously we probably will draft a receiver and or pick up a free agent at a good price. Maybe Moncrief from the Colts. That might be a good pickup for the Cowboys. He'll be a fourth, and that's fine. Defensive line teams, that's another thing that teams are looking at right now in front of us. But I think that's a run-stopping tackle, 1-3 technique tackle. That might be something we were looking at right there. So keep that in mind. I do think that is a high possibility where we're sitting right now, the 19th spot. And of course, offensive tackle / offensive guard. I don't think we should use a high pick on offensive tackle right now, unless you want to move Lael Collins to guard, like we spoke about a minute ago. So that would be then maybe a wise choice, because the right tackle could develop a little slower and still be okay in handling that position, unlike the left tackle. So anyways, so that's the rookie info there. And again, guys, that's a rookie. That's the information there. And again, I have a list of defensive players, receivers, and offensive linemen that are top 19, let's say. We're going to definitely get one of these guys if we stay at 19 or trade down, which is a possibility. Bradley Chubb, defensive end, North Carolina State. Derwin James, strong safety, Florida State. Quentin Nelson, guard, Notre Dame. Roquan Smith, linebacker, Georgia. Orlando Brown, tackle, Oklahoma. Minka Fitzpatrick, free safety, Alabama. Maurice Hurst, Michigan. Cortland Sutton, receiver, SMU. Ogabania, Okoroko, whatever. Defensive end, Oklahoma. Vita Vea. And everyone's talking about him. Defensive tackle, Washington. Colton Miller, tackle, UCLA. James Washington, receiver. Another guy that's kind of hitting the radar. Oklahoma State. Then we have Joshua Jackson, cornerback, Iowa. I wouldn't really go with cornerback, though. Chukwuma Okafor, tackle, Western Michigan. Taven Bryan, defensive tackle, Florida. Denzel Ward, cornerback, Ohio State. Marcus Davenport, defensive end, UTSA, maybe second round. And Deron Payne, defensive tackle, Alabama. That's also a consensus. A lot of Cowboy fans on here, my Cowboys family, really like him as well. So we'll keep that in mind as well. And one little side note before I jump to the questions full time here. Rams are expected to franchise tag Sammy Watkins. So I don't think he's that great, being honest with you guys. He's franchise tagged by the Rams. 16 million plus guaranteed for him for the 1 year. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of a bad deal for the Rams. I don't think he's worth it, but maybe they see something different. We'll have to wait and see. Let me see here, guys. I'm gonna do some discussions now with you. If you haven't already, as you guys know, hit that like button. If you're new, hit subscribe. Get us past that 1,200 mark, guys. And, of course, hit that notification bell. Make sure that's on and turn on to, on or whatever, yes, whatever. And that will get you these live streams, go lives, the breaking news, whatever it may be, game day stuff that we do, and other special stuff on here, guys. I might do something later tonight on Madden just for fun. So keep an eye on that if you're interested. It should be funny. Again, and that's my little thing today I did earlier with the Trump and CNN thing. I just posted that, truly not trying to be political. Obviously, it's hard to not be political when you're posting something that is political. But it was more for the wording that was used, and I just found it kind of I don't know. It was like 5 o'clock or something like this, dinner time kind of stuff, and they're putting that on the TV. I don't care who said it. The point is that it was said by the president. It was, it was not blocked out anyway, which again, I don't really have much of a problem with that. It baffles me how that is allowed on TV, but yet if you just say the first part of that and drop the whole part, HOLE part, that's not allowed. That would be asterisked and beeped out. It's very strange how they're allowed to. It's very strange. It's some kind of FCC thing, I guess. I don't know. But hey, Kevin. Never getting political. Trust me. I'm not even saying it's if I like the president or not, whatever it may be. I'm not going to give you my opinions on that stuff, guys. The only time we had to kind of delve into that a little bit was the whole kneeling with the flag and that whole thing. We had to kind of delve into that because they hit the Cowboys front and center. So you got to talk about Cowboy stuff when that's involved. But this is just a fun thing. It was more for the fun of it, guys. Please understand it was not political. So I do apologize for that if you guys got mildly upset by that. Hopefully you can get over that and just understand it was just more for what you saw on your TV screen there. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of more of a social documentation, I guess you can say it. So anyways, guys, I thought it was fun. Now let's go back to you guys here and some questions. Let's see, some comments. I'll take whatever you guys want. I will discuss here. And remember, we're going to have a Q&A shortly. One of these days, probably in the next week or so. And then we're going to also do we're going to do some other stuff on Patreon this weekend, guys. We're going to upload a video clip on Patreon. So you'd have to donate through there. All the links and stuff are there to get access to that. Because there's cursing in it, that's why we're going to go over there and do that. Here, we're keeping it as family-friendly as possible. But if CNN can play Ish-Hole on TV and say it, then what's going on, guys? I don't know. Just it's just a point I'm making, guys. It's just craziness. Anyways, let's see. So going back a little bit on the questions. First and foremost, guys, I want to definitely say, what's up to Cowboys fan Marquise, Ian Hubley, D. Will, Jack Walker. Never should have moved Collins to tackle Jack Walker. I like that comment. Brice Butler said he needs to start. Correct, D. Will, but he will not be starting in Dallas, so I don't see him staying. Jack Walker says that, yes, Dallas Godert. Yes, he's a tight end, a beast, but I don't think we'll go tight end first round. I think Fumajelli is the guy to watch with the 9 fingers. I agree, though, Ian. Butler kind of deserves it. I do agree he's been needed to get out on that field more often. It's the coaching staff that only has him going 3 plays deep in a game. He can't help that. I don't blame him to go. He got 1 year deal and got kind of gypped on it. Now he's going to probably go. Cowboys fan Marquis says they are linemen that can play guard and tackle in this draft. Exactly. And again, we have, I think Will Hernandez, I don't think he can do both. He's more of a guard, be a great left guard, a run blocking left guard, but also light in his feet for pulling and for pass protection. So I like someone like this maybe in the second or third round. We'll have to wait and see. What's up, K Batista in the house? It's all good, man. Take, whatever you have. Football Nerd says Bryce Butler said he would have done better than Dez if he was in his. Exactly. He did say that. He probably would have made the catches. I can't blame him on that one. I can't say he wouldn't have made those same catches if that was him in that spot instead of Dez. He probably would have. I wouldn't worry about Earl Thomas right now, guys. Jack Walker says linebacker, defensive tackle are my first. And I can't, any defensive spot I like. I say we go defense, even maybe best player, whether it's safety, linebacker, or lion. Those are three different sections. I think we definitely could, defensive tackle, linebacker, safety. I wouldn't have a problem with either of those three spots. Let's put it that way. Football Nerd says receiver in there, linebacker, and safety. We all have different thoughts. Receiver, I think we can get some good ones in the second round or third round. Cole Beasley, I don't think we're going to cut Cole Beasley, Buddy Johnson, but there is a lot of word. The word around what I'm hearing is that he is a trade. He's on the trading block. And for this draft, you might see a move with him involved. You might see it. And if that's packaged with a couple of other picks, you never know. You might see us moving up in the draft. I don't know what the Cowboys are planning, but there's a lot of options for the Cowboys with what I'm hearing that's happening in the Cowboy front office and their thoughts. Josh Gordon, I like Josh Gordon. I hope he's okay from his weed smoking days, but more than that, Gordon would be a monster out there. You could have an incentive-laden contract for him and probably get him pretty inexpensive on the salary cap. But I also don't really. That's probably less of a chance than getting a receiver in the draft. I see that being a better chance. Unfortunately, although I like Josh Gordon. Let's see here. Football Nerd said, I don't think having Josh Gordon and Randy Gregory together will be good. Exactly. And Randy Gregory might be coming back as well. He's going to probably be reinstated for next year. And when that's confirmed, the Cowboys will probably give him another incentive-laden contract that he has to get on the field and play, or else he's not going to get paid. It's not going to hurt us any to have these guys hanging around in the sense of production on the field. That they're either going to produce or they're not, and they're going to get paid very little and be off the team. So those are the two options those guys have. Let me see here. What's up? I'm trying to get down to some more comments, guys. That's in the slot. I agree. Okay, I agree with. I have the sentiments there. Just the language. Space Cowboy in the house. What's up? Dallas Cowboy Football News says Bryce Butler can kick rocks. Who does he think he is? Exactly. I do think he can catch the ball better than Dez in those spots last year, but at the same time, he is a cocky SOB. So I agree with you, Dallas Cowboy Football News. And by the way, we're not getting political, just so you know. I want to make sure everyone kind of understands. Ronnie Harrison, Alabama, another guy who they're talking about. Kevin Kincaid, don't worry, not getting political. There you go. Purple Gaming got it right. Exactly. There's going to be some social stuff on here, guys. You might not like what's being said or the guy behind it, and you might not, and you might love it. Either way, it's not for that purpose. I'm trying not to make it to the political purpose. I'm trying to make it to the insanity purpose, and not necessarily on the person. If that was Oprah Winfrey saying that, I would have posted the same exact thing if she had said what was supposedly Trump said, and I would have posted that just because they put S-hole on there on the screen. So we came a long way, almost 1,500 soon. Yeah, exactly. We came a long way, guys. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe if you're new. I think we need 3 or 4 more to get to 1,200. But we're just going to keep growing, guys. And again, leaderboard above, Super Chat, Patreon, whatever it may be. Again, we're going to put some new content out there on Patreon because of the language. We're going to keep it on that site. But my fiance is going to do a song, a very crazy, crazy song that is very difficult to sing/rap. She's going to do it. It has a lot of cursing, so that's why she's mastered it. So it'll be interesting. If you want to do that, you got to donate through Patreon. Has to be through there only. I don't want to have this shut down or have too much cursing on this channel. But join us over there if you've donated. And there's been a bunch of you that have, so thank you guys for that. Let's see here. Dez in the slot, I agree. Kevin Kincaid, that's K Batista. Space Cowboy 17. Again, guys, meeting of the Cowboy Minds. State of the Cowboys, January 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Butler was a bum. He's out there like some superstar. Exactly. He's a little bit too cocky. Okay, Batista says Dak can't throw deep at all for the 50-50 balls. Put him in a slot damage. Yeah. Space Cowboy says we need to show Dez the way out of Dallas. Well, look, Space Cowboy. That's the thing, is that it'd be too much for us to cut him. It would be to replace that spot with the money that opens up from that. It's probably not worth it, and we got to take hits next year as well. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of that. We might as well keep Dez another couple of years and then see what happens. I guess let's be real. We're not gonna get rid of Dez. Not yet. It's kind of like in the Jason Garrett camp, but he's a little more solidified, Dez Bryant, than Jason Garrett, in my opinion, with Jerry Jones. So Lovie Smith, we'd love to see him there, D-Will, but don't count it. Football News says 111 and 20 yards or more. Wait, well, I missed that. 111. I must have missed that. See here, Dak can't throw deep. Exactly. He can throw deep. He can throw deep, but he needs his receivers to create some distance, run better routes, and the coaches will not be so predictable with the routes. You guys know the deal. Brice is a number 2 at best. He might be a better number 2 than T. Will. Just saying. Blocking, no, but receiving, yes, in my opinion. Hard to say. I don't want to say he's trash, because I'd hate to see him bite us in the butt, on another game in the future against, another team that might pick him up. But he definitely has he has qualities that are not there yet. Developmental stuff still with Brice Butler, as far as catching the ball in a consistent way, in a consistent, over and over again, and different kind of routes other than deep. We haven't really seen much of him. The Cowboys coaches have not really allowed much. But I agree that he's too cocky. I also agree that he hasn't been given enough chances with the Cowboys. It's kind of both on this, guys. But I don't like his attitude. He can get the hell out of there. Beasley needs to go. Watch for a trade. Dallas Cowboys full. Kevin Kincaid says, I think Jerry stopped calling the plays. Guess not. Yeah. K. Batista says he's averaging 195 yards a game. Brady almost averaged 300 at 40. It's not all the deep ball, though. A lot of Brady's passes, just a lot of chunk yards down the field, moving on, almost like game manager type. Now, we know he's more than that, but he doesn't really have. When he had Randy Moss, he went a little deeper. You got better receivers that can create separation, that run better routes, whatever you want to call it. Right now, he's got smaller guys that he's got to find the ball to them, and once they catch it, it seems like it's a 50-yard pass. It might be a 20-yard pass, and they take it for 60. So it seems like it's a bigger pass. So. Let's see here. Let's see. Jack Walker says, should we sign Bryant Moreland in free agency? Yeah. D-Will, not next Brady. D-Will, not the next Brady. I don't want Dak to cheat. Exactly. And also, I don't think that Dak is like Brady. I think they have, they have different styles, which is something the coaching staff has to learn, to not throw the Romo type of playbook onto, Dak Prescott, which is what they did last year. And that's a mistake if they do it again. I do think Dak will be a top 10 quarterback, maybe even next year. I truly do, depending on what the coaches do. And again, he's still got to develop. Give him a year or two, guys. I think he will be top 10, like you said, Space Cowboy, without question. Yeah, Dez and Brice Butler, they both have their issues, for sure. Yeah, Gregory for pennies. You can bet that. The fact that Jerry Jones is going to say, well, look, we've been good to you. Keep it on the roster here, gonna give you another chance. You got to perform for us, or you're going to get $100,000 and not see another football team. And then I think that actually helps us get Gregory maybe refocused on the field, and if he can produce for us, guys, it could be a bonus to this team. But I don't want to count on him. Let's not count on him. Draft Ridley, Space Cowboy saying, yeah, I don't know. Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Dak. ESPN sent. I mean, he might be right now at this moment, but he's also been in the league a lot longer, learning from a Tom Brady. So let's see here. I'm just looking here, guys. What other fiance rap is better than Cole Beasley rap? Football nerd, you're cracking me up. I would say yes, but unfortunately it's from another artist, so it's not really her rap. But I think she'll blow you away with the way that she can kind of go so fast. It's a very fast song. And we'll have to play you the original song as well somehow. I'll find a way of doing that so you guys can understand that it's a very difficult, rapid rap song. So you'll see. It reminds me of, I guess, a little bit like Eminem's Rap God. When he goes really, really fast, that old JJ Fad little take there. So 32 is going to be gone. Dallas Cowboy Football News. You can see Scandrick. Bye-bye. It's going to open up a lot of room for us. he's only like 1.7 million, but when you package him in with James Hanna, you package him in with Mayowa, you package him in with Tyrone Crawford as cuts, and then you throw in Bell, maybe Chaz Green, I don't know, Alfred Morris, Brice Butler. We don't have to worry about these guys. So if that's the case, that opens up about 17, 20 million, just right there. Plus another 20 we're going to take in with us now as we go into 2000. That's 40 million cut and dry. You can still sign Irving, and you can sign DeMarcus Lawrence. If you even have to franchise him, that's 20 million. So you got 20 million left, and you re-sign extension for Zach Martin. You can move another 5 to that. So now you have 25 million. 25 million, and you have 3 players. You got Hitchens still there, and you haven't restructured a contract yet. You can still sign Hitchens, 5 or 6 million a year, but stack it the way that Jerry Jones unfortunately always does, heavier at the end. So we can fit more guys in there. We still have 19, 20 million left. And then from there, you can get an established left tackle to back up Tyron Smith. That's always been my contention. I think that's the route to go. You pay your rookies, all 10 of them, whatever it may be, you pay those rookies. And then you get a couple other players, whether it's a run-stopping tackle, if you don't, a veteran, you want to add another, if you could get a receiver on there. But you have a lot of millions to play with here, and that's not restructuring even Dez Bryant's contract. We don't want to touch Tyron Smith's contract at all. It's already like 17.5 million, I think, for him. If we do that, restructure it in the future, it's going to kill it. It's going to be like 30 million in the future, a year. So we got to halt on his and other restructurings to help our future with the Cowboys here, especially when Dak's up and Zeke's up, especially Zeke. So, we'll see what happens. So a lot of new guys in here, guys. Femex and let's see here. Kellen Moore's quarterback. Well, we have to find our third quarterback. And right now, Dysert, it looks like he's the guy. He's got we have special restricted player, exclusive rights to him. So Zach Dysert is going to be our probably training camp third stringer, fourth stringer, battling it out with some other guy probably just to try to maybe make the practice squad. So a lot of good stuff here. Femex in the house. Let me shout some of you guys out. Football Nerd, D. Will, Dallas Cowboy Football News, Femex, Jack Walker, Space Cowboy, Ancient Brooks. Are we looking at comments today, my Cowboys family? Comments? Yes, we are. Space Cowboy, as I said, D. Will, a lot of guys here I've already mentioned. Kevin Kincaid in the house. Buddy Johnson, of course. K. Batista. Purple Gaming. Yeah, my fiance's out there watching from next door, but through her computer. A lot of you guys just kind of pushed everybody off the first page here. There's a lot of you guys. So, but I can't go back. Cowboys fan Marquise, Ian Hubley, Justin Quarles, Barry B, Wolf Rider, Tobias, of course, Brian Bradford, Jugman Little Chris, Jose Rios, representing the Texans, Stronger King, Imperial Ghost, Weedham Boys, Dallas Cowboys for life there. I am a hater even. He's a damn Giants fan. So, again, guys, not really much more than that on the Cowboy news front there. Zeke is innocent, in my opinion. Cowboys win another Super Bowl again. Will we? I do believe we will. But I don't agree with Femex, and I agree with Dallas Cowboy Football News that Dak will not be calling his plays on his own next year. You can bet your butt that Scott Linehan and Jason Garrett are going to be running things. And I say that, I really shouldn't say Garrett running things. It's more Linehan being allowed to run things, which is, at all times, unless you're talking about the coin flip, which I still contend is a horrible, statistical, scientifically proven mistake that Garrett did week after week until the last week of the season, which we won. Nothing to do with it because we were playing their third stringers. That's why we won. But I'm just saying, it's just the concept. He did it the year before that, and we dominated on that. So let's see here. Football Nerd says, since Dak is a young player, he always listens to coaches' call, but Romo always changed the play and took coaches. And you're right. And he did kind of gunsling a little more and kind of, but it's hard to explain, guys. He also, it took time for him to learn that playbook. It took time for him to develop into that. And he never even, in my opinion, Romo had years and years of this before he really perfected this. So you guys seeing at the end of his career, he's done that. So I think that that will come one day for Dak, but when that's going to be, it still might be a little bit away before you see that happening. Space Cowboy 17 says Brice did make a good point about the difference between Dak and Dak and Romo. Romo is the guy that wrote the book. Dak is the guy reading and learning from it. So, good point, Space Cowboy. And there's a good comment that Brice Butler did make like that. So very accurate. Sean Lee, we need a guy behind him in case he gets hurt. Jack Walker says, yeah, restructuring contracts is why we have to restructure every year. Exactly. And that's why I'm saying 25. I just pointed out 25 million around that point, and maybe more if we do sign DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't think we should sign DeMarcus Lawrence for a long-term contract yet. I think the franchise tag would be fitting for him. Give us another great year, and you're on for a long term. We don't have to worry about the signing either, because when you do sign him, you can it'll be a little bit. That's okay to do it a little bit of a staggering contract, but you have to kind of first see what he's going to be able to bring to the table one more year. I think when it comes to him, but again, 25 million is more than enough to re-sign Hitchens, get a veteran $4 or $5 million, $6 million left tackle, backup, that kind of stuff. So that's the way I look at it. Vanessa Collins. Manuel Corona, what's up? Ancient Brooks said, I think we should try to trade all those players you named for future picks because we cut them. So some of that goes to dead money. And you're right. It does. Trading them, though, it's going to be tough with those contracts. So someone's got to be out there to take it. And again, Beasley's the guy I'm hearing mostly of, but he's not tied to us in a very expensive contract. So we'll see. Buddy John says, we signed Marquess and Hunt, free safety. Yes, former Baltimore Raven, I think. He has one interception. We'll see what happens. I talked about that yesterday, Buddy Johnson. D. Will says, tight end out North Dakota State. Check him out. Everybody's talking about him, and I agree. But I don't think we're going to go first round with him. I just don't think, even if he's Witten, I don't think we should go first round yet with him. Fumajelli's pretty close to that, 9 fingers, and he's doing. I'd rather get him in the 5th round, 4th round, something like that. Cowboys Abroad, what's up, man? Hey, you were closing in on DJ Crown J yesterday. He kind of pulled away a little bit. By the way, as well, guys, thank you for sending us your addresses for these wristbands, guys. If you have not yet and you have donated over $10 to the channel, whether through Patreon or through here, so Slim Shady, make sure you give us the address if you want one. It's a My Cowboys Family custom made rubber wristband. I wear it every day, and a lot of you guys, I think, are going to be happy with it. And when they get to your house, again, let us know when you get it. Confirm that you received it. We have all the addresses exactly the way you send it to us, and it's extra special one for DJ Crown J for all that he's done for the channel. But anybody who want to challenge him, he's gonna take it again for the 4th straight week. It looks like he's gonna be the month winner again. 4 straight weeks is crazy. So thank you so much, DJ Crown J, and the rest of you guys, Cowboys Abroad, and all of you. And since Cowboys Abroad goes through Patreon, he's gonna have access to a video we're gonna post. More because of the non-family friendly content, the cursing, is why we're going to go that route rather than here. So if you want to watch this through there, and anybody who donates through Patreon will be eligible. All the information is in the description on our page here on our channel, everything. So check that out. So thank you guys, Peanut as well, and Johnny Boy for this week, and all the rest who have donated throughout. So let's see here. Kevin Kincaid says, why do we want the ball first every game? Jason Garrett wanted us to impose our will. This is a Jason Garrett specific thing. He wanted the offense to get on there and score and put the other team on their heels. Unfortunately, we didn't do that very often to start the game. And in fact, in the second half of the game, when the teams got the ball, they usually doubled us up a lot of times. They score before the half and then score in the second half, the first drive. And that really destroyed us. And it also changed any adjustments we made. We had to then change it up again because now we have to fall back. We're behind now. We were up by 9, now we're down by 1. And now you didn't even get on the field yet. So I think it's a bad statistical thing by Garrett, and it's dumb. And he never changed it until the last game, which was meaningless. Jerry Jones, I wish he would take a backseat, D. Will. Ancient Brooks says Romo wasn't a runner either. Exactly. And Dak opens things up by being a little bit more of a runner than Romo ever was. Romo was a scrambler, but not a runner. Cooper Rush, we might see him, but not starting over Dak anytime soon, in my opinion. Bass Fishing Pro, what's up? The last thing we needed, we beat the Eagles recently, was a very big win. Go momentum. I don't agree. I don't think it was worth the injuries that we suffered in that game. Yeah, I know we wish we were more mobile. Receivers, the Cowboys Abroad says receivers that let their play speak for themselves. I agree. I don't like Bryce Butler talking his trash. I also, don't like Dak when he can't back up his eliteness that he claims he is. So not elite the last couple of years. Football Nerd says Romo's injuries really affected his speed a little for sure. D. Will says Christian Kirk draft him. No, I don't think we should go receiver. Noah Brown, well, why we need Christian Kirk? We got Noah Brown in there, you know. Jalen Smith, not yet. Ray Lewis, Cowboys X Factor in the house. What's up, bro? Cowboys Abroad says it limited to Patreon. Yeah, no, it's all good because that's all good, Cowboys Abroad. But thank you for your sponsorship through there. You're gonna get special content. But I don't know if you're gonna like the cursing part of it. It's a little rapish. Little Dicky, guys, if you don't know it, Little Dicky, bruh. Just check out that song. If you do a search on that, you'll see how crazy the lyrics are and how fast he's rapping. My fiance knows every single word to that and is going to do her best to if we can live stream it, we will. If not, I'm going to do a clip and send it up. It'll be through Patreon, so you guys are credited, you know, with that. And we're going to put a lot more stuff through there as well, but the non-family friendly stuff. Everything family friendly will be through here, guys. And I'm basically just saying the language. It's really the only non-family friendly thing. The difference, I guess you would say. Sack. Oh, what's up, Space Cowboy hitting us? Whoa, that's awesome, man. Thank you, Space Cowboy. And I want to make sure, as I said earlier, guys, I'm going to say it again. Meeting of the minds, Cowboys, man. I cannot wait. Yes, clapping. We're clapping for you, Space Cowboy. Jason, wait. There you go. Jason Garrett style, just for you. All right, Johnny Boy looks like he's off of the list of the leaderboard. Just to give me a moment, guys, and I will fix this. Oh no, Peanut drops down to 5th, but Space Cowboy moving up to 3rd. Oh wait, Space Cowboy. Sorry guys, I'll be done with this in a moment. I promise. Yeah. There we go. And fixed it. Except for, yeah, there we go. We're good. All right, so it's heating up now in the middle of the pack here. Thank you for that, Space Cowboy, and I'm going to mention it again. And he's the one that set this up. He's the main guy behind this. Remember, meeting of the minds, state of the Cowboys. A lot of Cowboy YouTubers getting together January 20th, 8 p.m. And guys, make sure, don't forget, subscribe to Space Cowboy right over there. Space Cowboy, subscribe to him. Jump on there. He's got daily content. He's improving his site. He has some updates on the site, man. We're looking forward to it. Can't wait. Thank you. Once again, man. You are the man, and we cannot wait for this State of the Cowboys podcast on Saturday, January 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us. So let's see. I'm trying to go back a little bit because I missed some comments there, I think. Cowboys Abroad. Let me see here. Cowboys X Factor says, Cowboys Abroad, only way you do Super Chat if you watch my Cowboys Family live stream on a computer. Yeah, I think there's that issue there. So, you know, it's okay. Vaz Fishing Pro says, I think we need to restore the O-line as well. I agree with you on that one. We need to restore that line. It was great. Now, they had Leary, and Cooper was a good fit, a good mix, but we lost in that last game. And for nothing. And that's why we were talking about that. I think you're the one who said it, Bass Fishing Pro, that you liked that we won in the momentum. No, we were playing against third stringers. We almost lost to third stringers. And then you look at our offensive line. We just lost Jonathan Cooper. We don't know how bad that knee injury is. They still haven't announced it, which is even more worrisome. In my opinion, we need to definitely, you know, solidify that left guard spot. And again, whether it's a rookie in the 3rd round, 2nd round, Will Hernandez from UTEP, if I'm not mistaken, I like that pick. Let's look for that. And that might be very, very viable. And we might be able to sign back Jonathan Cooper and kind of have him as a just in case as a you know, a piece that might, if he can work out and get mobility back with that knee injury, then I wouldn't bank on him though. So you want that Will Hernandez to be backing him up in case something happens, and that guy would be a big, powerful, blocking and mobile, light on his feet, offensive guard. Keep your eye on him, guys. And the concussion with David Irving, we have to wait and see. $3 million for David Irving, but if he's got a concussion issue, I don't know what's going to happen. $3 million for him because he's going to be a 2nd round tender. Nobody's going to take him from us, and we're going to keep him for 3 years. But then next year, things change. So then, yes, the clapping from Space Cowboy. Thank you, bro. Jack Walker says, winning that Eagles game hurt us 4 spots. Exactly. Also in the picks, Roquan could have been attainable. Now we have to draft up for him and give up stuff, which is probably not going to happen. So that hurt us, and also with the injuries. D. Will says Jeff Heath step up at last. Well, he's the leader with 3 interceptions. That's kind of crappy for a team. They have their leader at 3 interceptions. So I wouldn't say too much clapping, but he's definitely improved from the beginning of the year to the end. He's definitely improved, but I need to see more from Jeff Heath. Cowboys X Factor says Congrats to your, yes, new equipment for Space Cowboy. Guys, make sure you subscribe to both X Factor, Cowboy X Factor. Subscribe to him and subscribe definitely to Space Cowboy 17 ASAP. Buddy Johnson, do you think Romo's Hall of Famer? I don't think he's a first ballot, but I think he eventually will be a Hall of Famer. I do. Yes, I agree. He is a Hall of Famer. Space Cowboys. X Factor says, glad you have webcam and green screen. I can't. I'm looking. We're looking forward to getting green screen soon as well. I think it's gonna be cool, and I'm glad you're gonna be able to get it. We will see it on your site, guys. Let's see here. Jordan Whitehead from D. Will. We get him. Mark Holmes hit 18,000. Yes, I know. Congrats to Mark Holmes on that. He's got a lot more equipment. He's got multiple years out there. So, you know, it's all good, though. It's all Cowboy Nation, you know. So Cowboys Brother said, after I slept on it, I'm glad we fired Frank Pollard. You know, the big debacle with him was the Chaz Green issue. You know, that was the big hit on him, and that's one of the reasons why I've heard he was fired. Those other reasons, they're cleaning house at Lenahan's guys, and then he's bringing up Mark Colombo, Miles Austin, Kellen Moore into the mix. And most of these guys, you realize, they're all offensive coaches. The only one that's still there is Gary Brown. The only reason he's there is because Oakland went a different route and took the Indianapolis coach, running back coach, put him on the squad for the Raiders, which kind of knocked Gary Brown out of the running there, obviously. And now Gary Brown looks like he's staying in Dallas for now. But everybody else on the offensive side, the tight end coach might be the towel boy. It's going to be the tight end coach. You got Mark Colombo, offensive line. You got Miles Austin, who interviewed for receiver coach after Derek Dooley went to Michigan or to whatever college he went to, Missouri, to be their offensive coordinator. So you realize what's happening. We're getting a lot of Lenahan's not new blood, trained blood. The guys have been under him already he's coached. I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. I'm nervous about that. Kevin Kincaid said, what's expectations for next season? Exactly what I just said. It worries me with these coaches. The players I like, the coaches I don't. I just can't. I just don't even think about it, honestly. It makes me depressed. Dallas does run a 4-3, but they really run a lot of 4-2, which is yes, Rave made this point yesterday, the nickel. Yes, the nickel defense. That's basically what our base is for the most part. But we do, in a running formation, a running lineup, we put 3 linebackers out there. And this year, I think it'll be Jalen Smith along with Lee, and hopefully Hitchens back. I would not mind having Roquan Smith in there. That'd be nice. But, you know, we get that guy from Iowa. I know he's a little injury prone. He's like a Sean Lee-ish kind of player. Maybe we get him, and he'll fit in. There's a lot of linebackers in this draft. Let's see here. Can Dallas start 30 next season? Anthony Brown? Yeah, I don't see him starting. I see him being a nickel guy, dime guy. Yes, I agree, Space Cowboy. He was overrated. Frank Pollard. Ancient Brooks says Kevin Frazier looked good towards. I agree with you on that. And, you know, Xavier Woods also plays back there. Awuzie can play back there at safety. We got, again, Byron Jones can play corner. The versatility I like. Rave did make a comment that Byron Jones on his last year of his contract next year. Something to keep an eye on if we want to go safety this year. And you don't want to keep Byron Jones. I think we should. I like Byron Jones, but some don't. Let's see here. I'm going to go to the screen, guys, and I'm going to wrap this up. Much love and extra special thanks, of course, to DJ Crown J, but extra special thanks tonight to Space Cowboy 17 for his big $10 drop donation. Thank you so much, bro. And again, today it had to be a short one comparatively. And honestly, there's not that much big news, but enough news. There's always some news on the Cowboys, and there's always something to talk about, guys. So let's see. Ancient Brooks, I agree with you. So Cowboys Abroad says Romo isn't Hall of Famer. Love Romo, but we won't see Hall of Fame. That's I do think it's close. You're not gonna be wrong, Cowboys Abroad, but he has so many records for the Cowboys. I don't know. And by the way, Cowboys Abroad, we have sent it out to you. The bracelet's on the way out there to Japan. Man, much love and thank you for what you're doing out there. We will, you know, let us know when you receive it, and you know, make sure we put everything right in the envelope, like the way you sent us the information. So anybody else who's donated, you know, $10 or more, there you go, man. Make sure you guys send us an address to mail to, and we will get it to you through our the address, which is right down there. As you can see, those that donate $10 or whatever at the very bottom of the screen. There's the thing. It's our email address is at Gmail. It's mycowboysfamily@gmail.com. Easy. So let's see here. Who replaced him? I want Callahan back. Jimmy Johnson playbook. We need to win championship. Yeah, but you have to also adapt to the players, not just run your playbook. You have to have the players that can do those things, and that's where Dak. is not Romo. So that they're using the Romo blueprint. Not good. So X Factor says, I have good news. Nobody says we keep our running back coach for now, but he's currently now there. The Colts guy was hired by the Raiders with John Gruden. So Gary Brown is staying with us, but there's the other guys around him. Every single position coach outside of him has been fired or let go in some way. And we're going to have probably like a Colombo, former player from the Cowboys, offensive line coach. The Valero or something like this. He is a guy who cleans the laundry. He is going to be the tight end coach with the Cowboys. He's looking to be interviewed for that. When that happens, I will. And I don't want to say what I'll do. Be upset. But I hope it doesn't happen. But I can't not report what I've been hearing. So there you go. I'd rather have Gary Brown any day than these other guys that they're sticking in there. And I'm not saying they can't do the job, but it's going to be a tremendous disaster this year. Basically, what you're seeing is Scott Linehan making all the calls, running the whole thing from every coordinator has to go through him. It's just these guys are going to be rookies out there, inexperienced position coaches. I don't like it. I don't like it. And who's in the leader of that position coach of the offensive side? Scott Linehan. Issues. And who's above him? Garrett. Issues. Issues, guys. So I agree, though, Jack Walker. I think he does not like Callahan, Jason Garrett. But he's still there, and he's going to be there, and both guys are going to be there, and it sucks. Taco will – I see him getting sick. I can see him getting 6 next year, guys. He got 3 this year, unlimited play. He's going to be playing more next year, especially if we get rid of Crawford, which we should. Watch for him to be playing, guys. It's going to be exciting. I do think Manuel Corona – yes, D. Will, he does rap. Linehan's puppets, for sure. Exactly, Buddy Johnson. 100% right. But Manuel Corona, which is Vanessa Collins, I do think that Gregory – if he's reinstated, he will come back. I can't really vouch to what I think he's going to be able to stay back, but it won't be a problem with the contract because there'll be a lot of loopholes to make sure it's not going to hit us really badly on the cap unless he performs. And if he performs, we want that. So hit us up on the cap. Hit us for a couple million. But if not, it'll be a couple $100,000. Let me rephrase that. If he fails completely and gets failing drug tests and stuff. D. Will, yes. I think Zeke will get close to 2,000. I do. If we can stick to the running game. And again, guys, so I make it clear so you guys don't, what's up is a guy out there who I know has criticized my things here. And again, this is the new one is the complaint about the way we run our offense, run heavy. I think we should start establishing the run first. That is what we need to do, not go pass second, pass third down. We get a first and then pass on first down. That's not the way to do it in this offense. I think we need to run the ball, churn the clock, gobble up yards, and get touchdowns. We get to the goal line, don't throw twice. Take it out of Dak's hands and run the damn ball. And yes, it will work. Not every time, but most of the time, more than not, with that offensive line that we've built and are building, with Zeke, and with the threats we do have at tight end. If Rico's back, as D. Will said, hopefully he's not just rapping. Hopefully he's wrapping up catches and rolling down the field. We'll have to see. Cowboys Bruce says Romo put up good numbers. Nothing you point to makes him elite. And that's the thing. That's that thin line right there. I think he's going to hit that wall. I think he'll go over to the Hall of Fame side, but I can see if he's not, I can see why. I hear you. I hear you, Cowboys Abroad. Space Cowboy says we should Warren Moon, Dan Fouts be in the Hall of Fame. Exactly. I kind of agree with Space Cowboy on that one. Dak will not get a new contract. He'll get a restructured contract. If at all, like I said, $25 million, and let's say $20 million or around $20 million will be open. $20 million will be open after getting Hitchens, D-Law, Irving, and Zach Martin. We have $20 million. No need to restructure, I don't think. What's up, Space Cowboy? Again, man, thank you so much, brother. You moved up again. So let's see here. What's the question here? Would you rather win a Super Bowl with no Hall of Fame or no Super Bowl but a Hall of Famer? Hell, man, Super Bowl first. I don't want any Hall of Famers. If we can get 5 Super Bowls, that'd be great. Now, the probability of that happening is minimal because, if you're going to have 5 Super Bowls or 2 Super Bowls, you're probably going to have a Hall of Famer somewhere in there. But, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely in agreement with you on that. And I definitely think that I don't know. I guess you're asking me the question. What do you think, Space Cowboy? I'm kind of curious about that because I do think I'd rather have Super Bowl and no Hall of Famer. Just plain and simple. That's just me. So let me put you up here, man. You have moved up once again. Slim Shady, I'm sorry. You're falling a little bit low there. A little lower than and the rest of the guys, it's not over. We still got to, oh, I'm shaking here. Shaking the screen. Give me a second, guys. One moment. Almost there. There we go. All right. Thank you. Big time thanks, Space Cowboy, once again. You demand. Now, let me see where I left off here. I think I missed a couple questions, but that's a great question there, Space Cowboy. But without doubt, Super Bowls. I want Super Bowls. I don't want Hall of Famers. I don't need the players, as long as the players can win the championships. That's what I want to see. Lance Lenore, backup receiver, probably practice squad. Not sure if he'll make it. We'll have to see. You have to get out of there, break out or not. Tampa Bay Gaming in the house. Not to mention you guys got J.J. Watt next year. They do the Texans are going to be in good shape. Rave in the house. We should run 70% of the time. I wish we would, but I understand the need for the balance, Rave. And I think it'd be nice to see 60%. For sure, 60%. We should be running the ball at most. 60-40. I think 55-45 is also decent enough for us to go 12-4. But not 50-50. Not 50. That's that balancing that doesn't work. It's not balanced. Just plain and simple. 50-50, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. If you're 60-40 and it works, then that's what matters. That's balanced for your team. I agree, Rave. So, yeah, Super Bowl easy, exactly. That's all you play. That's all the fans want. They rather. I know most fans would rather have Super Bowls, and if you don't, I don't know what kind of fan you are of your team. You're a fan of players. So, Charles Tapper, we'll have to see if he comes back from his injury as we're wrapping this up here. I agree. Texans are looking good. Promising quarterback, young quarterback, Deshaun Watson. It'll be fun to see. And we play him next year, so get ready, guys. Battle in Texas. Dallas Cowboy fan 1980 in the house. Man, check out his site and subscribe. He's got some great stuff out there. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are trying to do our best here. Tomorrow, Fiance joins me on a good episode. We're gonna do some prediction stuff. We're gonna do some probably. I'm gonna do the highlights, or not highlights. But I'm gonna do I guess a simulation stream of the playoff games and also our picks for the for this divisional playoff round, guys. Can't wait for the playoffs. I just wish our Cowboys were involved. So what's up? Let's see here. Space Cowboy says, I would rather be a Hall of Fame, or you would rather be a Hall of Famer. As a person, see, I'd rather be a Super Bowl champion than be a Hall of Famer. But I understand why personally you'd want that. It's an accomplishment nobody can take away from you. You've got there, but you've got help there. You can't be a quarterback without guys that catch the ball. You can't be a great running back without the blocking on the offensive line. So it's a team sport. I got to go Super Bowl, Space Cowboy 17. We disagree there. I understand the point, like that satisfaction of succeeding in the best of the best, and then you're the best of that best. That's fantastic. But you want to have that. Dan Marino would rather be. I think Dan Marino would rather be a Super Bowl champion than be in the Hall of Fame. Ask him. I'm sure his interview's out there. But yeah, I know. I mean, Trent Dilfer, I would say he's a bum quarterback. I would say that, but I think. I don't think he'd rather be a Hall of Famer. I think he'd rather take that Super Bowl. And again, he helped that team, specifically helped that team. So you're still part of that team, and you get part of that trophy. You get part of that ring, and you're part of that. Even the last guy on the bench is part of that team and deserves it, because in training camp, in practice, in reps, he was there helping you out too. So it's a team thing, guys. That's why football is the best sport in the world. Case closed. Team sport, nothing better. Yeah, no, it's all good. I got what you're saying, man. Space Cowboy, we just disagree on that one. I think if I was a player, I'd rather have Super Bowls than I'd rather be an average player and get Super Bowls than be, and as long as I feel like I'm part of that team in any way, even as the ball boy, it still would be something where, it would be something I'd be proud about, being on that team, being in that, that group of guys that, you won together as each team. Very few teams get to do. 52 of them have done it. That's it. So. Yeah, man, it's all good for sure, man. Deska shows go study Jerry Rice, definitely with the footwork and the routes. Football Nerd says, put Fiance's rap as a separate video so we can see if we miss the stream. Yeah, Football Nerd, you have to donate through Patreon for that rap because of the language. We're trying to keep it off of here and move it there. Now, I can't help it that CNN puts S-hole on TV. That's why I was trying to make the point of that video. I don't really care. As a CNN, I don't care if it's President Trump. I'm just saying at the point in time, if it was Oprah Winfrey and it was Fox News, I'd be playing it as well. That wasn't the point. Was not political. The point was the word on the screen. It just was crazy, and they actually were allowed to say it it kind of was. It's a changing time here in society, guys. Keeping you up to date with society. But yeah, so Football Nerd, you'd have to donate through Patreon, and we're gonna upload the video over the weekend. So be prepared for the. We'd love for everybody to see it. Trust me, but that's the only way we've kind of made this channel more family friendly, and it's okay if we slip out with a curse here and there, and I'm the main one that's been blamed for that. But sometimes they don't monetize those videos through YouTube, believe it or not, if one curse flips out. So we want to keep it family friendly, and that's what my fiance and I both decided when we started this channel. So it's got to go through Patreon, and I know it'll be a lot less viewership, maybe not even that special, but if it's a fun video, and if you guys want to check it out, you got to donate at least $1 through Patreon, or more if you guys wanted to. Let's see here. Yeah, man, playoff live stream. We're going to do that, of course, for the games as well. So Dallas Cowboy fan, make sure you check that out. Sebastian Flores in the house. Kenny Vaccaro and linebacker Navarro Bowman, 2 free agents to watch this offseason. Good point. Will the Cowboys break the bank on those guys? I don't think so. I don't think they're break the bank kind of guys. So there is a chance we can pull them in. Vaccaro maybe as a 5th guy. And, you know, somebody who can play in there as a 5th guy. I'm including the rookie if we got like a Roquan Smith, but he can be in there with Damian Wilson, kind of flip-flopping and helping the rotation. But I think you got Lee and Hitchens. You got to keep Hitchens. So let's see here. Tampa Bay Gaming says, I hope Deshaun Watson doesn't get hurt, because I mean, he's got to watch the running game, and there's anything can happen when it comes to these injuries, and you don't want that. Yes, Perez D. Will Ryan Switzer very fast. Football Nurse, yeah. Space Cowboy says, if Wentz and Watson have issues coming back from injury, NFL might have an issue on its hand, definitely. Yeah, all the stars are going to be in the quarterback spot for the future will be limited, but there's always going to be somebody that steps in. Always. There's always going to be someone. And J.J. Watt is better than Ryan Switzer, Packers fan. J.J. Watt is better than Ryan Switzer. I mean, that's completely 2 different positions. Diane Maghadas, Diane in the house, what's up? Representing there. And Zakara Hereda, X Factor, is in that. What's up, Zachariah? And guys, as we wrap this up here, yes, Zeke is better than Le'Veon Bell. In my opinion, Le'Veon Bell is number 2, but Zeke is number 1. I think he has the most complete back. He's the most versatile back, aside from the going out for passes, although he's been doing that. I think I can see him doing that as well this year. Le'Veon Bell is a little better than that. Everything else, pass blocking. Of course, I think power running and finesse running. I think Zeke can do both of those. I mean, obviously more power. Le'Veon's more finesse. Le'Veon can do both. But I think in the long run, I think Zeke's going to be better. So I'm down with that there, Zachariah. Zach. There you go. I'll call you Zach. The Space Cowboy, Dak better than Wentz. I think they're I put that little equal sign right there, but I think Wentz has a little bit of a because of this season being so good for him. I think he's got a little head start, a little bit of a better ranking than him, I would say right now, but not by much. And yes, we talked about Brice Butler. Guys, check it back out in the beginning of the stream because we're going to roll this off here. But again, that's awesome, man. Enjoy that battle in Texas, Sebastian Flores. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Once again, hit that like button, the thumbs up button for this stream. It helps us when people search for it. So thank you guys. It helps the channel. If you're new, you guys know what to do. Hit subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Join the family. All right. And been around for 6 months, growing every day. Hit the notification bell. We're gonna go live. Might go live tonight with some Madden stuff, fun stuff. I don't know. I'm playing around on there, thinking of a couple cool little things to kind of be funny to watch through Madden. So it's football related. But we'll always have different stuff popping in and out, guys. You know, like that earlier video of the bad driving, or the earlier video of, you know, that was posted on TV today. I just found that kind of humorous. Either way, guys, we appreciate all your comments, posts, everything below. And of course, above, you can see this, guys, the super chat, Patreon donation, leaderboard. DJ Crown J has opened up a lead yesterday with Cowboys Abroad, but thank you to all you guys. Space Cowboy as well, making a run from nowhere to 3rd. Awesome. Thank you, Space Cowboy. And Slim Shady, you know, helping out as well. Earlier, he was the leader for about 2 days. Peanut, still there as well. Thank you, guys. All you guys on here. I know we had Johnny Boy as well helped out this week. So thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the comments. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And guys, once again, as always, you know what's coming. The one thing on this site, on this channel, it's number 1. It's the blue and silver, guys. and it's now and forever, good, bad, or ugly. Go Cowboys! Woo! Much love, guys. DJ Crown J, Cowboys Abroad, Space Cowboy. Thank you for the donations today. Much love. And thank you all for checking in here with us, my Cowboys family. Hit that like button, subscribe. You know the deal. Hit the notification bell. We'll be back tomorrow with Fiancé and maybe a couple other special little treats throughout the weekend as we get ready for the divisional playoff round. Take care, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. And go Cowboys.